Take over AEI.
In 1966, the Labour government invested £150 million to set up the Industrial Reorganisation Corporation with the sole purpose of encouraging mergers and takeovers. Weinstock made it clear to the IRC when they investigated the electrical industry in 1967 that he wanted to take over the AEI. The IRC backed the takeover and gave Weinstock £25 million. Through the IRC, the Labour government and big business had come together in the interests of the big bosses of capitalism. Another willing source of public money, the Board of Trade, helped Weinstock increase his profits by encouraging him to move to development areas and claim massive government subsidies, proving that the Labour government supports monopoly capital rather than the working class.
Develop in Scotland. Close down Woolwich.
18 months after the close down, 200 of these 5,500 men are still unemployed. But then, Roy Jenkins did assure the International Monetary Fund that a certain level of unemployment is in the national interest.
Take over English Electric.
The merger created a combine of 183 factories, employing 250,000 men.
Rationalise, economise and cut back in Liverpool.
In 1967, Weinstock saw money in moving into development areas. Now he sees much more money in moving out. 4,000 men from 3 factories in Liverpool, East Lancs Road, Netherton and Napier's are being sent down the road. What chance do they have of finding another job on Merseyside, where the unemployment rate is 4%?
Close down Walthamstow.
The share price rises by a shilling. The value of Mr. Lewis's shares goes up by £1,047,806. Those of Mr. Bond by £950,948. Those of Mr. Weinstock by £230,607.
We have proved that we have the power. Let us use it, and now is the time to use it. Some of the Jeremiahs in our ranks would perhaps say that the power lies in the hands of Arnold Weinstock, the people who control the purse strings. I don't believe this is so. I believe that the real power lies in the hands of the 250,000 workers who work in this group. I have addressed myself now, not just to the workers from the Liverpool factories, but to the workers from all of the English Electric and GEC factories. Because we are being asked, and in fact this has already happened. It's happened at Witten, at Willesden, at Newton Le Willis. We have cooperated with the company in running down these factories, in cutting our own throats. The company have to rely on our people at Napier's, at Lincoln, at Colchester, to collaborate, to cooperate over a period of 12 months in running down these factories, in transferring work, in transferring machines, in transferring know-how, so that this exercise can be carried out profitably. And I think that now is the time to resist. Now is the time for us to tell Arnold Weinstock that we are not going to cooperate. We are going to resist this forcibly by refusing to accept the transfer of work and by every other means in our power. If the final analysis is, we will occupy the factory, but we're not going to surrender our jobs on the whole question of profitability.
We call on all trade union officials to withdraw from the National Joint Negotiation Council and for Weinstock and his representatives to meet a delegation from the Combined Shop Stewards Committee. We mandate the Action Committee to take further steps necessary, including sit-ins and other measures. We are concerned at the power held by a small group of directors whose decision involved the livelihood of 250,000 workers and their families, and call on the TUC to institute a campaign for the public ownership of the industry under democratic control. We resolve to black any machine tool or product being moved out of the factories concerned. We call on the district committee and ruling bodies of the various unions to form action committees to involve other factories in the area. We demand that the Confederation of Shipbuilding and Engineering Unions calls a national strike throughout the Combine in opposition to the closure. We agree to the imposition of the overtime ban.